Beautiful morning, everybody, and greetings from Garden Key, which is at the Dry Tortugas National Park in Florida, and I have Fort Jefferson right behind me, and beautiful morning here on Garden Key. Dry Tortugas National Park is one of those national parks that everybody has on their bucket list, everybody wants to go to. However, it's not the easiest of the national parks to get here. The primary way to get here is to take the shuttle from Key West, and getting to Key West, Florida in itself is not as easy as just going to Miami, because you have to fly in to Florida, you've got to get to Key West, you've got to find a place to stay in Key West because you have to be at the dock. It's about 6 a.m. There are seaplanes that come in here, so that is another way to get here is via a seaplane. We flew into Fort Lauderdale and drove to Key West, where we stayed at Boyd's Campground for a couple nights, and then got up really early in the morning and got to the dock. You have to put your car in a parking lot, and that was, for us, current rates were $40 for a day, so 2 days worth, that's $80 to park your car. You've got your transport over here, you have your national park entry fee, and then you have your campground fee. You can come over here for the day, but we decided to make a overnight out of the trip. I'd been here in the past for just the day and thought it really needs at least one night to really enjoy this. Garden Key is one of the last habitable or sizable keys in the Florida Keys. It's one of the farthest west of the Keys. There is Loggerhead Key, which is, let me see, it's in back of me. You can barely probably see it in back of me. Loggerhead Key has a lighthouse on it. And Fort Jefferson was built to control the shipping trade in the channel here to make sure that everything was okay. Never really was finished. They started building it, and when it got to about the size that it is here, they decided if they added any more to it, it would continue to sink into the sand, which is not a good thing. And so it was actually kind of unoccupied for about 60 years or so before doing some refurb work in the 1960s and kind of getting it back in shape. And we actually found more shade in the campgrounds than we had expected. We packed fairly light getting over here, although we did bring nice tents, chairs. You're not allowed to bring any kind of camping fuel on the boat, so we had sterno stoves, which we've never used before, and Kansas sterno don't last that long, so I would definitely recommend bringing some extra sterno if you're coming over here to the island. During the day, you have to use the bathrooms that are on the boat, but once the boat leaves, then the bathrooms here at the campground are opened up. There is no potable water here, and the bathrooms are pit toilets, but we were very surprised that there was no odor to them, and they're very, very clean. We have to strike the camp real soon because we have to have everything down at the dock and leave the campsite by 10:30 in the morning. I've already been up and done a kayak paddle around the island. Hope was to go to Loggerhead Key, which is 3 miles off in the distance, but conditions were just not set for that today. Yesterday the conditions were horrible. Didn't even get the boat in the water. It was very, very windy and choppy. And going around the island today, it was 2 miles around the island, and there was one part going around one of the points where the current was a little dicey. I got a little bit worried there as I felt like it was pulling us north towards the Florida coast, but got past that point, hugged the moat of the castle on the outside, not the inside of the moat, but the outside of the moat, hugged the wall, and got back then in no time at all. So things got really easy once we turned one of the points. Very pleasant day kayaking, and once we get packed and everything down at the dock, it's going to be time to go snorkeling. And then we take the boat back at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And overall, it's been a very nice and fun and enjoyable overnight camping here on Garden Key at Dry Tortugas National Park. And of course, the rangers give guided tours.
You'll see these boards or plates on the ground. Please don't stand there. I think that's for